I just wanted to respond to a comment on a video I posted recently. Sorry. I forget the video, but a lady commented and said that she would listen to the information that I posted quite a few times. And then I said, oh, that's a prompt for me to do a video. And the reason for that is one of the real powerful integration tools, especially for the mind. So the consciousness of who we are cannot be limited. But what we can do is we can integrate who we are into the human experience. And we've got 5 filters that we can utilize at any time at will. So the top 2 filters, which is bliss and wisdom, are the most favourable because you're contented, it's desireless, it's a place of freedom, happiness, uncaused joy. And wisdom kind of is sort of like discernment, where we know that we are not the filters, and we're quite happy to rest in the top 2 filters and experience the human game. Now, it's not to have any aversions against the lower filters, which is the mental, etheric and physical, because I love the physical body when it comes to hugging others. I love hugging my grandchildren, I love hugging my parents. And to do that and to have the full-on experience, you do it through the physical body. And also the mental body is a fantastic tool if we're doing scheduling or, we're working something out, and that's amazing. It only becomes problematic if we use it as the main filter to experience the world, because it is a subject-object filter. But again, subject-object is fine. Duality is fine. Like I mentioned with hugging another, you have that experience of being separate and then coming together as oneness. So everything's fine. But coming back to the purpose for posting this video, the mental body works on repetition. So if you're learning a new skill, especially something like driving a car, you don't just have a driving lesson once. It tends to be a repeated action. And then the more that we do it, the more that we become familiar with it, and we can obviously become skillful. And what I always suggest, and it was something that my mentor said to me, and I didn't realise how powerful it was until I put it to practice, because it's know it for yourself. It's not something that can be believed. It's a bit like water will quench your thirst, but you need to pick up the water and drink it. That's the knowing. So what I suggest is, if you find a video, and it can be on social media or it could be audible or any other way, and if what you're hearing really resonates with you as truth, you know it's the truth. You might not understand what's being said, but you know that vibration is the truth. A really powerful tool, and it is the most effortless, is before you go to sleep at night, pop the video on, but put it on really quiet. And there's a reason for that, because the mental body is also the logical mind. It likes to work things out. And if it keeps hearing some information, it will start commenting, describing and measuring, and be like, oh no, not that again. Oh, I don't want to listen to it. It can start moaning. So what you do is you listen to the recording, listen to it consciously, as long as it resonates. And then it's called constant spaced repetition. I would advise that you put it on once a day, maybe in the morning. Listen to it, and when you do, you're going to hear something you never heard before. Then I would suggest that you put it on, say, mid-afternoon. But again, you don't have to put it on to hear what's being said. It's just that frequency starts to enter into your energy field. And then at night time, what really supercharges it is if you place it on just before you're falling asleep and then let it play throughout the night. Now, there are some videos on YouTube, affirmation videos, that are playing for like 8 hours. So, I mean, that's roughly how long we can go into sleep. But if you've got a video and it's less than 8 hours, it could be 30 minutes, it could be a 10-minute video, it could be an hour. If you've got the option to go to settings on YouTube and then go to loop video, it will constantly play while you're sleeping. But like I said, you don't have to actually hear the words because you're not seeking for that information. You're allowing that vibration to come in, and that does the work. That's the effortlessness. That actually does the work. It's like adding something to water. No matter how much water wants to go from transparent to blue, it can't make itself blue. But what can happen is you can put the blue dye in and it effortlessly becomes blue. And that's what we're doing there. And that is probably one of the biggest integration tools that I used. I would hear something that David Bingham has said and I'd be like, that's the truth. I get it, but I don't get it. And I would just keep playing, let that frequency take control while this body's sleeping. And then the following day I would listen and maybe I'd hear something different, maybe I won't, but you just keep going. You just keep going. And it is like magic. You can do it for 2 weeks. You can do it for a month. But it's not to gain anything. It is to allow that frequency of truth to permeate into your conscious field, your the human field, and it does take over. And that's how we condition the mind. TV programs, the news on in the background, it's going in, and because the body is a transmitter and a receiver. So here you are using your divine will, you are choosing information to go into your field, information that's going to benefit you and everybody else. So I hope that has helped. I hope I didn't go off too much on a tangent, but it is very powerful. As long as that resonates with you, just keep doing it. Audible's another one. If you've got Audible or any sort of podcast on mobile phones, any of them are really, really good, and they do it. That is the effortlessness. And then of course I always encourage walking through the day saying yes. Yes is a very powerful integration tool, because through yes there is no resistance, no attachment, no aversions, no spiritual pride, nothing. It's just yes, 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 yes. So I hope this has helped. Have a lovely day. Thank you.